Take a look at this chart. When you see this market falling down like this, would you say that, oh, it's so clear, I should have been selling? I should have been selling, right? Look at this thing. Many people do not know where this sell started from, and they just jump in when they have seen all of this clear indication that the market is on a sale, right? But do you know that if you are a member of the PSL Trading Hub, that is where you trade with me live every day, you will not be waiting for this to happen, okay, before you start selling. Like, this will be a total waste of your day. Look at the market starting from all here. See, the market today made all of these moves, right, for today. And then you are waiting to start selling only when you see a clear sell. And that is at this point, because you've seen the price break out of a certain structure, okay, and sustain the breakout. And now you're thinking this is when you should start selling, right? This is where you will start losing. So, but look at how, if you are well guided, like you are trading with me, you would have made so much money from this market, even using the smallest lot size. So I want to show you what I did. Looking at my account right now is $37, $37K dollars. This account started from somewhere to get to this point. It didn't start from 10,000 or $5,000. Let me shock you where this account started from. This is the profit I've made today. These are all the trades of today. Pay close attention. This is the most recent trade I just closed. This trade was held since yesterday, just for your information. All right. And just because of this very trade that was held since yesterday, all this profit came about. How this is possible is because I am holding on to a trade without letting go of it, calculating the maximum drawdown on this trade. Okay, just holding on to this trade in negative balance gives me enough room to take multiple entries at prices above the level of this initial entry. And just for doing so, I've been able to make all of this profit, in one day. You can see the lot sizes. This is consistent, no huge entry here. Just take a look at this. Do you believe that you can achieve this same thing with a very small account size of $500 in one day? Just look at the lot sizes I use there. Consistently, 0.05 is the highest lot size you can see here. Then 0.01, 0.02, all the way up. Look at 0.04. Then 0.02 all the way up. Look at that, 0.02 all the way up. Consistent, repeated entry in one day. Then this was a point where I saw a big opportunity. I went in big. This is 0.10, 0.08, and went back to 0.01. These were the previous order entries. So order entries are at the top, while newer entries are below. And these entries were held since yesterday, while the new ones we are taking today. So this is how I was able to make profit from trading a market where others were waiting. So you are waiting yet to see a clear sell, but I have been selling. Just take a look at all my entries so far. What have I been doing since morning? I have been selling. The same market where people are waiting to find a clear sell, I have been selling. I have been selling. And this is exactly what I will show you how to do. Exactly what you will learn how to do. Okay? We're not really talking about learning here. We're talking about seeing it done and doing it with me. And you can only do this with me when you are a member of PSL Trading Hub. I have, okay, let me show you first of all the results from all the trades done so far. This is last week put together, down from last week to this week, $15,000 made in 1 week. How do you see that? Then let's look at that for December, the month of December, starting from last month. Let's look at total profit made the month of December only. This is December 24th. Starting from December 2nd, $36,000 has been made. Then where did we start from? Look at the deposit here was only $500 in the month of December. I don't think that this is something that happened with extraordinary type of trading. No, this trading was done still with the same consistency. Just take a look at the lot sizes here. The same consistency all the way down. All right. So if you have been told that trading is something superficial, like people only brag about what they can really achieve, take a look at this result. This was achieved only in 1 month of December, starting with only $500. And right now, what do you see? Okay, coming to today. What do you see? I have closed all of my trades and this is my account now balanced. Right now, this is the market I have been trading. I have come out of all the entries I have held. Now, with all the screenshots I have to show you, you would wonder if this thing is really real. Let me show you that I have actually been trading this account for the whole of yesterday and today. So let's look for my screenshots, right? Okay, so I'll go to my images so that you know that this is real. Okay, let's look for my screenshots of all the trades I've taken from yesterday till today. So you see, I'm going through my phone. And then I have been posting also on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. So it doesn't look like, okay, see, I'm going to screenshot, right? I'm going to screenshot. So you know that this is coming from someone who is actually doing it. This is not a joke. This is my own screenshot, my own trades. And I want to swipe. I'll swipe from yesterday to today so that you see how I actually took all of these trades. In fact, the report is better. This was the starting of today at this point here. So let me go to the yesterday. Okay, so this was yesterday and more of yesterday. So I'll just start from yesterday and swipe down. Okay, so yesterday was 23rd. So I'll start from here. These are the trades of yesterday. Let's look at that. Like I told you, this has been done from 2nd of December upwards. So look at starting yesterday morning. Just look at the time up here. This was December 23rd at 1 a.m. Okay, I closed a buy that I was trading since the previous day. Okay, close a buy at $80 profit. Look at the loss size, 0.01. You don't see this happen. You don't see this. This is not a regular kind of result. 800 pips, one entry with the minimum loss size, already achieving $80. Nobody, if I will brag, had this entry held for this long. I did it. And that is because I'm using the mathematical price sequence projection that you can only find one place, and that is in PSL Trading Hub, because this is what I developed to help traders like you overcome the fear of trading, okay, and the fear of losing. So now let's swipe and see. Again, I finally closed the trade, okay? So this was when the trade was still open, and now this is when the trade was closed. This is how my buy for buying the market ended. So when the market was buying, if I should swipe backwards, you can see that there was a time I was actually buying more. You can see here. So all of this time I was buying, right? You can see my buy entries, right? So this is no joke. All right. So now I'm swiping. This is my screenshot. So this is not like a Photoshop or something. You can see that I came to my screenshot of all my trades taken. Consistency, you can see here. Okay. So close our trade at $81. That is, let's talk about 810 pips with the minimum loss size, achieving $81. If you don't know what you are doing, you can't take such a trade. Now see here, I have floating losses. Look at that. Look at floating losses. Okay, these floating losses are positions I held while taking higher entries. If I did not hold these positions, I will not take these higher entries. Now, instead of being afraid of trading, I have to now hold a position and use it as a justification for entering at higher prices if market delays to move into profit immediately. And that is the only way to grow the account very fast. So instead of being afraid of losing, be ready to hold. And in my rules provided for those who are joining me in the PSL Trading Hub, okay, you see that you are given a maximum drawdown to hold. What most funded accounts will not allow you to do is what I want you to learn how to do. That is why funded accounts do not work. You need to have your own account funded so that you follow your own rules, not the rules set by an institution. The reason why most traders never succeed, even when they use a funded account, is because they are following the rule of an institution that is trying to protect itself from its maximum risk. Okay, why not considering the satisfaction of the trader who has paid to acquire that account as a funded account? So now, if you have your own fund, rather than funding or buying a funded account, fund your own account with a minimum of $200 to $500. And if you do so, you can follow my own trading rule that is designed to help you overcome the fear of trading and the fear of losing. And when you apply that, you will see results that will overwhelm you. I'm talking about 100% return on capital in one single day. And this is what nobody wants you to know about, that it is possible. But I'm doing above 100%. Okay? Above 100%. Let's talk about when the exact capital is $200, for example, you can see yourself make $200 profit in that same day if you are trading with me in person. And this is possible. And that is why I want you to come and experience it yourself. So let's swipe further. Okay, I'm showing you a screenshot. This was from yesterday's trade. Okay, so let's look at that. You see now, from positions held, more profit coming in. See the account balance starting yesterday was $30, right? 30K dollars, right? Now, let's see how the account kept going. These are the actual trades I took at the beginning. Now, when I took this entry, the market seemed like it was going to start moving yet, right? So I was already believing this market is going to start coming down. So I already saw the sell entry when nobody else saw a sell opportunity. The market was still buying. I've just exited my buy, don't forget. And now I've started selling immediately why there has no been any sign of selling. The only way to do this is by using the same mathematical price sequence projection I use to have 100% accurate entry projections, 100% accurate with precision. So this is not guesswork, no emotional trading, and no fear of trading or losing. Okay? Once you have the right capital, I teach you how to apply the entry rule that will keep you in the market and make you profitable. Okay, so this is my alarm for checking my trades. Okay, when it's time to check my chart, you can see this is 5 p.m. So I have alarm for different time to check the market for a specific strategy. So let's go back to what I was talking about. So now back to my chart. You see here, this is a screenshot telling you how I actually took this trade, right? At the time when nobody was trading. Let's look at the time. The time was 2:31 a.m. 2:31 a.m. Most people were sleeping. I was awake, taking the trade and doing the call. This call, you can't find it anywhere in this world. Only the Power 40 Scientific Trading School, okay, makes such calls. So anytime you see a chart with this kind of design, know that it is coming from the Power 40 Scientific Trading School. And it is courtesy of the Power 40 Scientific Trading School, scientific trading method and mathematical price sequence that I now provide you one-on-one trading support at the PSL Trading Hub. Okay, for let's talk about luxurious trading, not just trading because you want to become a trader. No, trading because you want to enjoy your life as a trader. Trading to ball, that is luxurious trading, right? Trading to have extra money to spend, not just extra, excess money to spend. And I'm making this available in a premium hub, okay? That is the VIP Skybar at Creek and that's a Creek and Greek. And you know what it costs to have this facility put together for you? It costs a whole lot. All right, it costs a whole lot. And I want you to come and experience lifestyle of trading, not hyped up impression of trading. This is not content creation. I'm not creating content for anybody. All right, I'm creating value for everybody who wants to enjoy their life as traders. This is not what you have to go and spend money for a mentorship program that will still leave you struggling on your own. No, this is you doing it with me as I do it every day. So if you really want to have that kind of one-on-one experience for as long as you really want to keep making money to enjoy yourself, then you have to be a member of my PSL Trading Hub. And that membership is only $80 per month. In fact, that's just the starting cost, okay? Starting cost, because what the reward will pay out once you have joined. Imagine you making $200 per day. Imagine, just check it out, okay? In a month, that would be worth more than $6,000. That would be worth more than $6,000. But let's put it at a 20-day trading, that would be $4,000. If you could make $4,000 a month, you won't want to pay me $80. That is too small. That is why after the first trial of $80, the next month will be $200 because you have already made profit with me. Now you see I made $37,000 from $500 in 1 month. And I'm telling you that you should make $4,000 minimum in a month if you do it with me. So it's not something you have to doubt. It's something you have to see it for yourself. So that is why after the first month of paying $80 to join, you're going to pay $200. Okay, that's for the second month. But from the third month upward, the premium cost will be $500. That is how it's going to be. Because every new month you continue to be a member, you are making more money and you are enjoying your life. So if you want to start this experience with me, just $80 to start this experience with me, and you're going to trade with me for 1 full month, every day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So whatever we do after our work time will now be okay, or we're doing an online community. But this is not about doing it online, it's about doing it in person. So even if you are not a resident in Port Harcourt, you can take because of this experience and be in Port Harcourt. Yes, you can take because of this experience and be in Port Harcourt. So let's go further and see. I've told you that this is real. I'm swiping through my screenshots. So you can see all my trades. I'm showing you entry points. And I keep adding entries because my account can accommodate. Even your own account can accommodate. But as it's first time, okay, at the first time, I give you the rule of 3 entries only. When to take the first entry, when to wait for the deviation maximum expansion move is 200 pips. So you should have the capacity to hold a 200 pips floating loss. If you cannot do so, you cannot trade with me. This is not about setting stop loss. Okay, this is not about exiting your entry out of fear. This is about knowing what the market has to do. You can see in all instances from the beginning, before even the market starts selling, see my arrow, projection arrow pointing downward, telling you I know exactly what I'm asking and expecting from the market. So the market started the day. In all this point, I was already expecting the projection before anyone else sees the structure for a sell. I'm already projecting a sell. And I'm also trading all my entries as sell entries, as you can see here. But the market delayed, and I kept adding position. In fact, the further the market delays, the more the opportunity for me to make profit. Imagine when I took the first sell entry at 0.04, if the market had moved, I would have only made profit on 0.04. But now I've had more entries at higher levels. If the market moves, I'm going to make more profit. So this is how to really increase your profit. It is by holding on to floating loss. And most brokers will not tell you this. Okay, this is not about manipulating the market. This is about knowing what the market does and doing it well enough to gain from the market. That is why I say funded account trading will not work. So don't trade with me with a funded account. Have your own account with your own personal fund and follow my own rule. Don't follow the rule of any other institution because they only care about themselves. They don't care about you and how you can really trade successfully. So I'm giving you the rule that will help you and you get the entries exactly when I call them. So you don't take any entry arbitrarily because I use a mathematical price sequence that I already did there in the Power 40 Scientific Trading School. And if you really wanted to learn this, you can enroll in the course. The course only costs $5 per day for each lesson. Okay. So if we are trading with me, I want to keep learning to master the process, then you have to join the course. The course you learn on your own because I have all my lessons already uploaded. Okay, and the school is online, so you take each course, move to the next one, you take exercises that test whether you have learned it or not. Okay, that's already there for you, but I'm not preaching the course right now. I'm talking about doing it with me in person. So let's look further. You see, now the profit has started coming in. So this is when the entry is stacking up. Okay, and this is because I'm holding floating loss. This stacking of positions is holding onto what? Floating loss. And if you cannot hold, you don't have the capacity to trade with me. I've told you this. So let's look at that. Now the profit starts stacking up. Imagine at this point, I'm not willing to hold all of these positions for the long term. Instead, I will start closing the profit I've made already because I know this market is going to delay. All right. And I want to take advantage of that delay. So delay in the market is opportunity to make more profit. So never complain that the market is taking too long. That time it is taking to show you the trend is the time you are going to make the most amount of money that you can even make when the trend move actually starts off. Okay, or kicks off. So let's see further. I'm showing you that you can see my account is still there, 30,000. Okay, it has not increased yet. Let's see. I'm still holding. I have not closed yet, but I'm still projecting the minimum place price should get to. But look at my arrow here. You see, I'm pointing that price should come to 4431. This is when the market has not even started coming down yet. See, my arrow is pointing down where 4431. Let's see if at the end of the day the market does that. So now let me swipe fast. You see, as the market pumped up again, I wasn't scared or tense. Instead, I saw more opportunity and I entered from the top again. Still pointing down where 4431. You can see that. Let's see at the end of yesterday, did this market eventually come down to 4431? You see, I'm still holding. All right, holding. So let's see how the day ended yesterday. Now I'm swiping fast so that we can come quickly to see what happened. All the delays were opportunities. By this point, I've already closed some of the profits and re-entered. In fact, by this point, I've closed. You can see here, I've closed some of the trades I was holding in profit as the market came down. And I'm looking forward to re-entering. These are the direction of price movement. You see, price came down to this point here, 4469, and pumped back up to retest 4491. I saw an opportunity to re-enter. Okay. And so at this point, I'm re-entering. And that is when the profit has already, look at the account, I've already made $2,000 for a day that has not finished moving. So you see the balance has gone from 30K to 32K. Why the market has not yet moved, $2,000 already made. And see more profits still to be made How do you see that? Okay, why there is still a floating loss, you can see up here, -567, showing that there is a floating loss, why there is already profit being made. So don't be deceived by your floating loss. Don't be deceived by your float. It does not mean you have lost yet. It means you can make more money while you are holding on to a floating loss. And that is what I want to teach you, a secret that no one else has shown you. But you need to be sure of the entry first. So now, say when the market went back up again to retest the entry level, at the point most people will be tense and start buying, I continue to sell. This is what they call trust, okay, of your rule. And this is scientific trading. So in science, there is no guesswork. You only trade based on facts. That's why there are no emotions here. I don't fear or panic. So there's no panic attack while trading with the scientific method in the Power 40 scientific trading community. All right. So you see that. And this is what those who join me will enjoy, that confidence when trading. And now let's look at that. Remember, I said we are projecting price coming down to what? 4431, right? You can see that from all of my projections. So now let's see. The market now started coming down. I've closed some of those entries I put up there. Look at all these entries I put up there again. As the market came down now to 4477, I've closed them in profit by this time. All right, so let's see. Markets keep going down. Let's see how much profit. Now my profit has climbed up to what? 34,000. My balance is now 34,000. You saw previously it was 32,000. Now it's 34,000. And now all my floating loss can no longer hold because I'm now in profit. You see, so floating loss is an advantage, not a disadvantage. It was previously -500. Now it's 500 plus. And does not mean it's only $500 I'm making. Look at, if you count the total profit, it's more than $500, right? But minusing floating loss, my profit is now outweighing the loss. And my capital is increasing because I'm closing profit, increasing my equity, and still continuing to trade because the market has to move. At the time of closing everything, I'm now at $35,000. One day, from 30,000 to 35,000 in one day. This is not 1 week. And this is my screenshot I'm showing you so that you can see that this is really possible for you too. Now, remember, my projection is still for price to come down to 4431. See where price is 4462. Yet, I've closed initially all of my first trades. Then, I now have to place new entries again. You see now, new entries. At this point, I had closed. But at this point, I've taken new entries. That is what trading until your projection is complete. You see now, I now have the confidence to enter at lower levels. And I've entered again. This will increase my prophecy, new profit opportunity coming in again. The same day, more profit coming in. And I'm holding right now. And then at this point, I've come out of the market again. I've taken profit again. Price has come down to 4454. Let's keep going. Remember, the projection is 4431. Again, I've secured a new entry opportunity at where? Look at them here again. At a lower level. So I'm trading from all the higher levels where price was down to a lower level. I'm still trading with confidence. Now let's see what the market finally did at the end of the day. See, I'm now holding more profit again from new entries of re-entry, and total profit made as of this time. Let's look at the time from 3 p.m. I've already made $5,000 in one day as at 3 p.m. You see that, like profit in one day yesterday. And then we come down again. The market has come down to 4430. Look at the arrow here. You see this arrow pointing 4430, which means my projection has been achieved. It was from this point onward that the market turned up. So the market came exactly to my projection. And I told you that I did this projection when nobody else saw it happening. The only way I could do something this accurate is because I'm using mathematical price sequence. It is pure mathematics. It explains the principle of how price should behave even when price has not started behaving in that way. You can't find this anywhere, as I said, in Power 40 Scientific Trading School. And you can learn this in the courses I already have uploaded. But many people think that talking about scientific trading is just trying to repeat what others have done before. It is not so. What I am doing is what no one else has done before. I created this whole model of trading, and now I am trying to commit my time to help traders who are afraid to do it with me. So you don't say, oh, it's online, I don't trust this. No, now you have to come in person and do it with me. You see that my projection came true. See the arrow pointing downward there. It came exactly to 4430. You can see price touching 4430. You can see that was exactly what I projected at the beginning of the day. Exactly what played out at the end of the day. You see that, right? And from that point, price bounced up. Then I now took new sell entries, expecting the price to continue down. So at this point, price did not come back down, but I held another floating loss. And I told you that the value of floating loss is it allows you to trade at higher levels with the same understanding of what price should do. Okay, so if price delays to do that, it creates new opportunity to make money. And it was because of these entries ahead in floating loss that I have now made the profit for today. Instead of just waiting, I'm now making more profit. So let's look at that. You see, now I've held this yesterday. This is still part of yesterday. The price went all the way up to 4497 and I'm still holding. You see that, right? And let's see, I've made additional profit again. And this is the first profit of today. Let's look at that. This is today. You see that? So I've traded yesterday and I'm holding on to yesterday's trade. Okay. And I've entered new trades for the day. And I've closed the day in first profit of $709 in one day. Just because I was holding on to trades of the previous day, I've seen opportunity to take new entries again and I've closed. All right, so let's look at that again. Now the new day has started. This is today. I'm talking about today, December 24th. All right, so you see now, I'm now trading at higher level. 449 price has already risen to 4524. And at this point, again, I started projecting price coming down when the market is here to do that. Let's look at that. See where I started doing the projection again for today. This is the beginning of the day. Look at the day has just opened and I've done another projection with an arrow pointing down to 4426. How do you see that? Before the market even does that, I've done the projection. I say you can't find this anywhere else because this is using scientific method developed only for those who are members of my Power 40 Scientific Trading School, Power 40 Trading Community. Using the scientific trading method that leverages mathematical price sequence, which means mathematical rules and principles that explain how price should behave. So if you are a member of PSL Trading Hub, you will take advantage of all of these things without having any background knowledge or experience of trading. You can make the profit for yourself just doing it with me every day. So do you need to waste time thinking about where to start trading? In 2026, no, you don't need to waste time. From January 6th, this will be everyday activity at PSL Trading Hub. PSL Trading Hub. So you come to Creek and Greek, okay, and meet with me at the VIP Sky Bar. Now, there you pay your $80 for first month to join me. But after the first month, you are going to start paying $200 and then $500 will be the premium. All right, which means at $500 you start trading $500 account. At $200 you start trading $200 account. At $80 entry you start with $200 account also for the first month. All right, so now let's see how the day has gone. Again, look at before the day moves. Okay, you see this period separator here showing you the beginning of the day at the point I did my projection at the beginning of the day. And I'm also projecting downwards. That's why the market was in an upward move and I was holding on to sell entries. I expect the market to come down. See my entry zone marked with a circle up there. And now coming down, I did a projection at the pointing of the 4426, right? So let's see where the market has gone to. So I've made profit today. This is how my day's trading has been going so far. You see, from holding on to one trade, I'm now making multiple profits. So my profit keeps increasing. Now 754. Let's look at that for today. Okay, I keep trading. Profit has increased 785. You see that? Because I'm entering and exiting. While people are waiting, I'm entering and exiting. Now my profit has increased to 801. See all the trades closed. All right. You can see the same trade I showed you earlier. These are the trades here. These are screenshots of what I was doing live. And these are my calls because I post this live on my Instagram and also on LinkedIn. Okay. So you can see that, right? And now I've secured more entries. All of these entries I'll see close in profit. You can see that. My profit has increased to 876. Keep going again. Now, if the market goes back down, I will not be having the higher entries. But if the market goes back up, I will repeat the higher entries. That's what it means to hold on to floating loss, right? So now again, still going. The market has returned back up and I've taken higher entries. You can see that. So again, the market keeps going. All of these things are called delay. Market is in an expansion phase, not yet in a trend phase. So in an expansion phase, where most people will tell you, do not trade. This is where you make the most money in the market. That time when people say do not trade is when I trade most successfully and confidently too. So let's look at that. This is a choppy market, no trend, no direction, yet you are making consistent profit by trading in one direction, only when you know what the market is expected to do. Now, see my levels already marked based on the mathematical price sequence. See how the market respects all the levels. See that circle area you are seeing up there. You see how the market is reacting to them. You can't find these levels in any other technical analyst chart. You can't find it anywhere else. It is only with the mathematical price sequence, only with mathematical trading rules, only with the principle that I explain how price is expected to behave. And I'm telling you that is what you're going to take advantage of when you join the PSL Trading Hub. So see my trades, my capital has increased now. My balance has increased to $36,000 and I'm still making more profits. The day is going, more profits. And I'm still projecting downward. No changing bias. No change bias. At the end of the day, what am I having? $1,116, right? In one day. Why the market is here to trend? Still holding, still trading, still holding, still trading, still holding, still trading, still holding, still trading. You can see that. Holding, trading, you can see that. All right, my profit has increased for today again to 1,109. Okay, 3. And let's go again. My capital has increased to 37,000 at this point. You can see, still trading. And what's the time here? This was by 4 p.m. So you see, so, and now the market has come down to 4456. Still following my earlier projection. I told you that we made this projection even when the market has not really shown others the face. Right now, I'm back to the beginning of the entries I was holding yesterday. You can see. So the entries I had yesterday has given me how much profit already? Let's go back. Has given me $1,284 already for holding onto positions from yesterday. You see that? So if I did not hold this position, will I have had all this profit? No. That is the importance of holding onto floating loss. And most financial institutions will not tell you to do this because they train you to be afraid so you can give them liquidity by losing. But now if you decide that you're not going to lose until the market has actually proven your projection wrong, that is when you start gaining from the market the most. And they say it is when you have nothing to lose that you gain the most. That principle is always true. When you decide that you're not losing until the market proves you wrong, you now start gaining the most. And how do you know that you are right? Is by trading with scientific method of trading, which you can only find in the Power 40 Scientific Trading School. That is what we use in the PSL Trading Hub. No other method, no technical analysis, no other market school. Only the Power 40 Scientific Trading School scientific trading method. You can't find it anywhere else because we developed it. I developed it myself because I am the founder of Power 40 Scientific Trading School. So I'm making this to prove to you that everything I've been saying works. So this is the end of my chart. These are the market. I've already closed. You see? Now let's go back. Let's go back and see where I started this from. Okay? So now back to my chart. Okay, this is my screenshot. I've shown you everything to tell you that everything was coming from my screenshot, right? These are the same screenshots I post online. The same screenshots I post online. So don't doubt next time you see anything posted by me, you know that this is exactly something from proof. All right? And results. See, after closing, see the market is back up. The market came down to 448. I exited all of my positions. The market is back up. So what do you say? Are you still having second thought about trading with me? If you're still having second thought about trading with me, that means you do not really want to make this money. Look at the money. Let's talk about it. See, balance. All the way, I've made $1,292 in one day. And then this is from capital of $500. Let's look at that. From $500 deposit, I have made $36,000 in the month of December because this started on the 2nd of December. All right, if you scroll down, let's look at that. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. This is real. This is real result. You can see that today is 24th. How do you see that? From the 2nd of December to the 24th of December. This is the last trade I closed. You can see that. So do not doubt. Do not doubt. If you really want to make this kind of profit, if you really want to enjoy this kind of result, you have to trade with me. Yes, you have to trade with me, and that is where coming to the PSL Trading Hub is very important. So do not waste this opportunity. Do not waste this opportunity for 2026. Make every month of 2026 count for you. I'm offering you something no other person, no other institution will offer you. And I'm doing it because I care about traders who have always had the fear of trading. You have the money, but you don't know how to trade it, right? You have the interest, but you don't know where to learn how to trade. Now you have everything covered with the Power 40 Scientific Trading School now at your beck and call. When you join the PSL Trading Hub, you have nothing to worry again. So let me see you take your action. Join me. Come to the Creek and Greek, okay? Creek and Greek at GRA Phase 3, Abacha Road. The direction is by House on the Rock Church, okay? The road to House on the Rock Church, if you look from that road, on Abacha Road, you will see Creek and Greek, you see the Skybar up there, VIP section. That is where you come and trade with me every day. So I wait to see you. Come, trade with me, enjoy this kind of result. You see me in person. This is not online hype. This is real. This is real. All right? And we will do this every month. The cost for starting is only $80. That's what you pay at the hub so that you can be given a spot. And we have only 20 spots. Once it's taken out, you won't blame me, okay? Because I did a general announcement. I showed you my trade, tried to call your attention to it. And I'm also giving you a goal. I want you to trade to ball. That's to say, you have been seeking to spend your time where people who have, okay, good vibe. So you want to club at night, you want to unwind, you want to chill, you want to dance, you want to party, right? But you can't do this with the money you earn from a salary. You can't do this from the money you earn from a freelance hustle. You can't do this from the money you earn on a contract because those money are tied to sweat and blood. But you can do this from money you make from trading. That's why I'm calling you to trade to ball. So use your interest in balling to set your goal for trading. So if you want to ball with a budget of 200K per week, then you need to trade out 200K for balling, which means you need to bring 200K in dollars, which will be, let's talk about $200 minimum. Trade $200. When you make profit from $200, bring out that same $200 and use to ball. Of course, when you're doing it with me at PSL Trading Hub, you're going to make more than $200. So that is why I want you to come and trade with me so you can start living the life of a trader who is successful. I do not brag. I'm into helping people develop their capacity for success. And I believe that I gain the most when I help others achieve what they also want. Okay, so my goal is to help. And if I help you and you succeed, you will tell others about me, right? So that is why I'm doing what I am doing. I have taken my time to build all of the structure. You can't find this anywhere else. You see my chart, how it is analyzed. This is mathematical structure. This is not technical analysis. They are not based on historical antecedents. They are based on accurate mathematical rules, okay, and the market play into them. Look at my structure. You see how the market stayed within my structure. Look at that. You can't find this anywhere else. Look at the structure, the pyramids, the inverted pyramid and the higher pyramid. See, the inverted pyramid downward was what signal price coming back down. You can't find this anywhere else, and this is what you keep seeing on my chart. Let's look at my chart. You see that. So I have been consistent. I developed it myself. You can't find this in any other school of trading except in the Power 40 Scientific Trading School. You see that, right? It's on my chart. This is what I do every day, and this is what I also want you to do. So I've taken over 40 minutes or 37 minutes talking to you about this, and I think this will be the last I will do. We are entering into Christmas. We are starting New Year, and I want all of us to start New Year on a right footing, on a good note. That's why I've taken my time to put this out, and then I want you to leverage it. Talk to your friends. Come and join me. Trade with me, and then you will experience something you've not seen anywhere else. This is courtesy of PSL Scientific. No, we are talking about PSL Co-work. Okay, Co-work Network. So I'm the founder of PSL Co-work Network. I'm building up to I think 4 trademarks in PSL Co-work Network. So you are going to have a lot to benefit just for working with me. And this is my full-time occupation in 2026. So no distraction. And I also want you to join me so that you will not be distracted. You can even resign from anything else you are doing if you start working with me in PSL. But first of all, you have to have your membership, which is going to cost you $80 for the first month, but it's going to go up to $200 after the first month and then $500 premium once you are fully successful with me. So let's have this achieved. Remove the fear of trading. Remove also the bias of trading. So let's talk about the wrong information you've had about trading, right? I've shown you that it works. If I can use $500 and turn it into, let's look at that. Let's go back up. $500 and turn it into $36,000 of profit. Then let's look at capital. My capital or balance has increased to $37,000, all the way from $500 from the 2nd of December. If I can do this in 1 month, look at what you can do. And I'm just telling you that you can start doing $4,000 per month. Yes, you can start doing $6,000 per month, but you start very little, and I will help you do that. So join me.